I'm Ernest, and 44 years ago, almost 44 years ago to the day that the Lord would bring me into the kingdom. And it was a process of Him bringing individuals across my path that had the peace that I wanted. I was just a young man, a young dad, a college student. Career was going good, but emptiness. At the time, my wife was living with another man and had a young daughter, a son, and but just a lot of emptiness there. I was trying to find that fulfillment in marijuana and alcohol, and then those usual things that a 21 or 25-year-old does at that time, and it just wasn't happening. So those individuals that I was hanging around, it was actually through work, but there was a piece that those guys had that I was drawn to, attracted to, and those things that I thought I knew about Christ, I really didn't know. I didn't know what the salvation, I didn't know what it really encompassed, but God had to open my eyes to, through those individuals, to see that, by the way, they were not just talking it, they were actually living it and experiencing it. And through that process of that emptiness, through that process of not finding fulfillment in anything else, God would draw me to the kingdom. And this was through some Rhema Bible training students. They were there, and I was working in proximity to the campus. And of course, by working around those individuals, that they would, there's something very different about them. And of course, this went on for a couple of years there. And then finally, my thoughts was, clearly, there's something about Christ that I really don't know. And then of course, there was an individual there that actually witnessed to me, and of course, that brought me into the kingdom there. So the Lord would just open my eyes to the availability of the kingdom. Was in need of a job, and this was pretty significant, and that my daughter had gone back to school. She was never really interested in learning, she wasn't lazy, she always worked, but she was never interested in formal training or learning. And then of course, when she decided she was going to complete this program, it was at Platt College there in Tulsa, and she fulfilled that requirement there. And I don't think she had the best marks, but I was just really amazed that she actually fulfilled the program. And then of course, when she completed it, it was like, Daddy, I need a job. And it's kind of like, okay, I don't have a job. I don't have this job in the back of my car, or some of her other classmates had already got placement. And so she was really frustrated, and she came to me, and it was the first time probably in 15 or 20 years at that time that she, Daddy, I need this, or Daddy, I need something. And I felt kind of helpless. But over that weekend, there was a church service that we were, Dwayne Lee was actually the pastor that was there, and we were just asked to give monies toward the kingdom. And of course, if we did, that the Lord would bless, would fulfill this prayer need. And of course, I don't know what the amount was. I know I had, it was nothing significant, maybe $200 or $300 that I actually had given. But I needed this. I was just challenged to call, to try this, to believe God for my daughter. And then, of course, I did that over the summer, over that Sunday, and by that Wednesday, she had placement. She had a job. She had a job at one of the better jobs that she had, because it was in a new office with all the latest state-of-the-art stuff. And our colleagues had gotten in at other offices, but she wanted to get into something that was new, and of course, again, had all the latest gadgetry and technology there, and of course, all that happened there. So, just the belief in God and His faithfulness toward me and my children, my family, my grandchildren, just a huge blessing there. And it's the real-time aspect of my faith. I need Christ in real time, and of course we go through our journey and we run into these bumps in the road, and of course God is there to aid us and move us through these things. So, but that was a very significant testimony for me and for her. But God would show His hand and blessing my daughter as her dad. I was able to believe the Lord for her and come through, and the Lord would come through for us. And that's my testimony.